Hello. You never put dates on videos, but I'm going to put a date on this because I want you to know when I'm recording it. And so if it becomes outdated, that's okay. Today's June 30th, 2021. I'm recording this video for you today. And you're getting this video because you're probably on a list of people that are working on your credit, you're working on saving up for your down payment, you've applied for a mortgage with me, and I'm just trying to keep you encouraged, keep you searching, keep you getting ready to buy that first home now, or second home or third home, whatever it is. But today is June the 30th, which means that your bills that are due in early July, it's time to pay them. And I just did this yesterday. I paid all my July bills yesterday, and what I did is I took out my two notebooks. I've told you about this before, but I organize before I spend my money, and in June I wrote in this notebook, and in July I wrote in this notebook, so that I can sit there, and I say in July, but I paid my July bills yesterday, so and I'm encouraging you to do that. Right now, at the end of the month or at the beginning of the next month, get all those bills paid for June, July, and I write down everything. I write down about 5 different bank accounts where I have some money or checking or savings, and I write down every debt that I owe, every credit card that I make a payment on, um, anyway, you get the idea. Write everything down. Pay your bills for July this week. This is a guide for first-time home buyers. I've already been through the HOME. Um, is that right? First time. Let's see. Home ownership. Home ownership is what the acronym is. Anyway, guide for first-time home buyers. Let's go real quickly. Who qualifies as a first-time home buyer? It's almost everybody these days. I'm not going to go through that. There's a video. There's an earlier video about who qualifies. There's an earlier video about hustle. One of the things that you want to do if you're going to be a first-time home buyer is you got to hustle. Get ready now. It takes some hustle. You got to pay your bills. Hustle to pay your bills. Hustle to get the right job. There's a video all about hustle, and you can send you a link to that one if you need it. There's a video about organize. Okay, you organize your paycheck each pay period before you spend it. That way, at the end of the month, you don't have to say, where did my money go? At the beginning of the month, you say, where is my money going to go? You plan it. That's a Dave Ramsey tip. By the way, I'm going to say Dave Ramsey from time to time because Dave Ramsey's he's great for people in your situation. Uh, but I'm not only a Dave Ramsey guy. I read lots of different books. This is called Become Totally Debt Free in 5 Years or Less. Of course, Total Money Makeover was one of the first books that I read about. This is a money how to retire young and rich. This is Debt Cures. This guy, we all know he's a weirdo and has said some weird things, but he compiled a lot of decent stuff in here. Here's a book about building wealth with real estate profits. I'm starting a real estate group in Hickory for investors. If you're interested in that, let me know. Um, I like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Smart Rich Kid, Smart Kid, and of course Dave Ramsey, Financial Peace University. And I'm working on being a Dave Ramsey, what's it called, Financial Peace Master Counselor. So if you want to go deeper, you want to have some one-on-one time. That's an option you can talk to me about too. But the O in home ownership is organized, and I just showed you those books to say to you. That's just a few that I just grabbed 3 seconds ago, 5 minutes ago, off of my bookshelves to say that good finance is not just isolated to one person. There's a lot of people out there teaching finance, and I'd encourage you to read everybody, listen to everybody, and then apply what works well for you. One of my favorite authors is David Bach, The Automatic Millionaire. That's a great book. Okay, so organize. The M in the home ownership is, well, I'm talking about The Automatic Millionaire there, but the M is about monthly budget review, and that's what I was talking to you about with these two black notebooks or two notebooks, or you might do it on a computer, but have two systems or two where you can spread it out and you can look at last month and you can look at the upcoming month. Um, the E is emergency fund. If you had a loved one dying next week, unless you could find $1,000, you'd figure out a way to find $1,000. So I would tell you to hit it with that urgency, that kind of urgency. Gather up that emergency fund. Be ready so that you have something to fall back on. Today, we're going to talk about the O in home ownership. Quickly, name your favorite movie. Think about it. Favorite movie. At some point in that movie, I guarantee the central character had some major challenge he had to overcome. If you don't have challenges in your life, you'll probably flop and fail if you've never had any challenges when the first challenge comes along. So if you say, man, I've got so many challenges, well, just count yourself as blessed because all of those challenges make you stronger and build muscle and build memory and help you to get to the next level. So overcoming challenges, owning your finances, and overcoming challenges is the O in home ownership. I want to tell you real quick. First house we tried to buy, um, we wanted to buy a house over an hour away from where we lived, so we had to buy the house, and then I had to get a new job. I went to start my new job, and they had given my job away, so I decided that day I was not going to go home until I found another job, and so I went around and I found another job, but that was a challenge we had to overcome. The second house we bought, I pulled up to the house and my kids thought it was beautiful from the outside. This looked like this. It was a split foyer, but it had four big columns and it looked beautiful. My kids thought it looked like the Fresh Prince of Bel Air house. I mean, it was beautiful from the outside, but when we got inside, I took my wife to the door and she said, "Nope, I'm not going any further. I'm not going in." She wouldn't sit in the car. I had to take her back 3 times before I got her to go in the house. The house had 35 some odd cats had been living in it, and it smelled like cat pee all over the place. But we bought that house. We bleached the slub floors. We replaced all the carpet. We didn't put any carpet down. We pulled up all the carpet and put in hardwood floors and tile. We remodeled that house. We lived there for 8 years. We tripled our money on that house. It was a challenge, but we owned it and we overcame it. And that is the tip for home ownership today, is overcoming your challenges. Hey, I'm really sending you this video just as a reminder. It's time to pay your July bills. Anything that's due between now and July the 10th, or any time in the month of July, go ahead and get them all paid, write them all down, organize your paycheck, know where it's all going, and call me if you need anything. I'm here to help.